And there's a magic in the sound of their name. Here come the Irish of Notre Dame.
Step onto the campus of Notre Dame in the fall, and you are welcomed by voices from years past, the galloping spirits of days gone by. Look around, and you are reminded often that tradition never graduates. For the Notre Dame men's lacrosse team, the fall is but the start of a journey they hope lasts well into May.
We can be the best, the most fundamental team, the smartest team, okay? If we're those two things with the athleticism and talent that we have, if we're those two things, nobody beats us. Just that simple, okay? Here we go. Let's go, boys.
Play hard, play smart today. Irish on three. 1, 2, 3. Irish.
The Fighting Irish have become a staple of postseason play, appearing in 8 consecutive NCAA tournaments and 2 of the last 4 championship weekends. But for head coach Kevin Corrigan, this recent success means little to a new group forging their own identity.
The trick is to know that every single team that we have every single year has one shot. That team, that group has one shot, and we have to strive every day to get as far as we can with that group.
This striving is currently personified by fall practice, which assistant coach Jerry Byrne knows is imperative to the development of a new team.
We're trying to teach our guys how to play. We're going to try to teach them our language, we're going to try to teach them the pace with which we play, and the variety of decisions that they're going to make around the field.
Friday's practice has prepared the team for an intra-squad scrimmage Saturday. As night falls, the players return to their dorms. The camaraderie is obvious, as players resemble not just a team, but a family.
I mean, I have 4 brothers at home. I miss them when I'm out here, and I can't really go home every weekend and see them 12 hours away, but these guys are my brothers, my best friends, so.
You come in from different backgrounds and stuff, but as soon as you're on campus, it's just being, it's like one team, and there's none of that previous high school stuff or where you're from. It's all, you just become brothers, like what Cav's saying, best friends.
It's Saturday morning at Arlotta Stadium, where the intra-squad scrimmage is underway. The blend of coaching and competition is evident early and often. Coach Corrigan knows these sessions are both unique and helpful on the team's path to May.
On a day like today, really what we want to accomplish is to get our guys out and play. You know, there's a certain amount of just playing together so we can recognize what we have in the different guys that guys can use to play in with different people, and we mix up the lineups a lot and really just try to do a good job on our end of evaluating it, and on their end just having fun playing. It's a great day. It's a great way to start a football Saturday here, and our guys love getting out and playing some lacrosse.
All fall, that's what we're working on, just feeling each other out, learning how to play with each other, and this is a great, fun way to do it. Got a football weekend, a lot of people were here, so it's great. It's a great atmosphere as well.
Players leave practice to join in the football game day festivities, relishing the chance they know not many players in Division I can experience. The promises of Notre Dame go well beyond the field and begin where you may expect: the classroom. For student-athletes on the men's lacrosse team, balancing a busy schedule of class, practice, and community service is a challenge that simply comes with the territory. But there to aid in this demanding lifestyle are resources like academic services for student-athletes. As Director Pat Holmes and Associate Director and former Fighting Irish lacrosse player Adam Sargent explain, this service is an invaluable one.
Our role is to make sure that the student athlete gets the education we promise them.
Academic services for student athletes is here to do primarily two roles, and that is to support and to challenge student athletes. Right? Our main objective is to help ensure that the transition from high school to college goes as smoothly as possible.
Players are quick to note how invaluable this resource is, both to acclimate them to a rigorous course schedule and to assist them throughout their academic careers.
The balance between academics and athletics it's probably the hardest thing to learn going from high school to college, because it really is a whole different time commitment. And you have to really get good at managing your time, and that's where the academic services building comes into play.
I think it's special because we have like our team has its own academic advisor, so it's watching over all 50 of our guys at all times, making sure they're on top of everything and keeping us in line in the classroom. That way we can perform out on the field.
The responsibilities inherent to being a Division I student athlete are significant, right? There's a lot of demand on each student's time, and we believe that this office, in conjunction with the other offices on campus that are here to support all students, provides a really essential resource, and that is to help students use their time well.
Academic services are only one of the many resources that have led to success for the Notre Dame men's lacrosse team.
Being a student athlete anywhere, obviously you have a lot to offer to an employer. You have a lot of transferable skills that are going to make you a great professional, a great team player, a great leader within an organization. Being a Notre Dame student athlete sets you apart even one step higher. Obviously, you're coming from a really strong academic institution, but we also have a culture that questions and challenges you on a daily basis, asking that question of who do you want to be, not just what do you want to do in the future.
The biggest component of what we do is we try to engage our student athletes on the front end, give them transformational opportunities as opposed to transactional opportunities, and then empower them to take those tangible skills that they learn and apply them to the rest of their lives. So
when you graduate from the University of Notre Dame, no matter what the discipline, especially in an athletic situation, when you know you're a lacrosse player, you graduate and people want to take care of you. You know, they truly have that one-on-one bond with you right away when they meet you. They understand that you are part of the university, and no matter what year you graduated, everyone wants to try to give back and help each other.
Very often people will talk about the Notre Dame network or an alumni network. You won't really hear Notre Dame graduates refer to it as a network very often. We refer to it as the Notre Dame family. And with family, there comes a little bit more cohesiveness, a little bit stronger of a connection.
Well, one of the things that Notre Dame is known for is family. And I think that in other schools, you know, I think they talk about that. We live it every day.
It's a place that not only prioritizes that, but gives them freedom, resources, and time to really dive into who they are as people, and at the end of their 4 or 5 year journey, really becoming more well-rounded and rooted in who they are and what they know.
Further enhancing the connection between student athletes and alumni is the esteemed Monogram Club.
Well, the Monogram Club is an organization of our former student athletes that have earned a monogram in a varsity sport. We're also very much integrated with our current student athletes to engage them into what we want to see from them as they move forward in their lives and kind of transition from a current student to a former student athlete, our monogram winner.
There's a tremendous amount of opportunities for student athletes to reach out, and the Monogram Club is truly a support organization that can help with mentoring and career placement post-graduation. But it's really about bridging the gap between the legacy and the experience here at Notre Dame.
Just also understanding the importance of giving back. You know, that's one of the biggest things with the Monogram Club. Our slogan is legend to legacy, and the ability to give back, and a lot of the functions that we do are geared towards benefiting our current student athletes, because a lot of times we were those student athletes and we know the strain and the stress that they're under on a continual basis.
The promise of Notre Dame is nurtured through many programs that help the men's lacrosse team off the field. Hard work in the weight room, as part of an overall nutrition program, help give the team an added edge.
With lacrosse, the biggest difference in what we do is the tempo. That everything we do is just so much higher than everybody else. And that tempo is just going to be so much higher than pretty much any other team we're going to have on campus. For me, that's probably our most rewarding times, is those times when we can just come in and we hit it hard, the whole team at once.
Something here is different, and like everyone says, it's very hard to put your thumb on it, but I think it's the people that they attract and the culture that we have.
Here at Notre Dame, we have two full-time nutritionists who work with our guys to put together our nutrition plan. So we need to have them at the body composition that best suits their position as well as their playing style. You know, and that's the conversation between the coaches, between the nutritionist, between myself, to really tailor all of that nutrition and body composition goals into what makes the best overall lacrosse player.
The Notre Dame student-athlete experience is one that fosters a bond lasting well after time spent in South Bend. Look no further than the Notre Dame alumni dedicated to providing current students with the same opportunities they enjoyed.
It's the people that you meet, the relationships that you build that last years and years later. I can literally go anywhere in the world and be recognized not as a professional athlete, but as a Notre Dame athlete, a Notre Dame student athlete.
I certainly felt embraced, and I want to give back and embrace new members of the Notre Dame family and help them share in this really special and dynamic experience.
It's probably hard to me to comment about other places because this is the only place I've ever been, but it's the only place that I want to be as well.
Whenever I come back on campus and I walk and I see familiar faces or even new faces, I do feel that sense of family, and that's something that's truly unique to the Notre Dame experience, particularly playing as a student athlete here.
We expand the globe, and there's so many people that are willing to give back because they receive so much from this great university.
Nowhere is the Notre Dame student-athlete experience better exemplified than the men's lacrosse program.
We have a tremendous coaching staff which truly embraces the values and the core ethics of the university, and I think that's one of the things that drives Coach Corrigan and Coach Byrne as far as how they teach their kids. Not only are they teaching them lacrosse and we try to win on the field, but they also try to impart that feeling that you need to win in the game of life.
I think it's the expectation of excellence. It starts with kids who dream about being a student or a student athlete here when they're in 5th grade, all the way up to the person who's never been here and comes here for the first time. It's a very open and welcoming campus. The expectation of aspiring to do everything that you do to the best of its ability, and then Notre Dame's commitment to the student athlete here in facilities and resources, and just the mission that you can have it all if you come here.
If we can work on their character and help them develop personally while they're here, if we can help them appreciate the community and what they're doing, and we can create a culture on our team, I think, that leads to us winning lacrosse games, then we've done what we've set out to do.
This winning culture, aided by the resource of the Notre Dame community, allow the Fighting Irish men's lacrosse team to continue their journey onward to victory.